TOMz.
Hello, TOMz namhlanje ngubuntu wabantu lona, and I'm accompanied by my boy Caddy.
I'm too fresh, how are you?
So great.
Yes, my favorite, and we're so excited to be with you guys. And I'm trying to say something that is very exciting, something that is very proudly South African. Yes, I hope you guys are ready, because I am.
I'm so ready, and more times than not, we are considered the Rainbow Nation, and it's true, ne? But the one craft that adds sentiment to all of this is
the wire and the beading craft. But so this art is pretty much amazing, and I'm trying to say how did we actually make it our own, and how are we taking it to show the world?
And for the need to run your own sculpture business in the busy streets of Johannesburg.
So was doing exactly that. How is he feeding his family and making it all possible? I'm ready when you guys are ready. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Come on!
Let's hit it! Alright, here's what you can expect on this episode of TOMz. So Dibana Nomte, whose life was changed through wire and bead art. Sibona how he makes the most amazing sculptures using this craft, and how that helps to provide for his family. Sit chair at the cool processes of making beads. Sitolagabanze if we can track down the origins of beads, and find out how science is getting involved in the future of beads, and show off your know-how in our epic quiz.
It's time for social media, but social media what African art do you like? We've got a tweet coming in from Umbali_Cherry and I love beaded jewelry. Of course, Han, I also love that. Let's go to Facebook. We've got another one coming in from Ukosnati Atiena. Love them too, but especially when it comes to that Zulu culture. All day, every day. Keep those comments coming, but my Sambila says, do they know anything about African art? Let's go find out. Ayo, my friends, we started it again with our real show, and I'm trying to say Nazareth touchdown errand show right next to me. So I'm a question. So we're gonna uni bead.
Yes, I do.
What is that?
Beads are things that it has jewelry. You can have bracelets. You know, it's those tiny button-like thingies. Yeah, the ones people use to sew into traditional looking clothes in some way,
There are those that look like they're made out of wood, and there are those that look like they're made out of something that is like a glass.
Plastic, I think. Stones.
Do you think the artwork by 7 side and by 10 side, does it have an impact to our economy?
To the economy? I wouldn't say to the economy, no.
Why?
How does a bead have an impact on the economy?
I'm sure these people create things that they sell.
Yeah, they do sell. The products they sell do impact the economy, but the bead on its own, I don't think so.
Because most travelers, like tourists, when they come to South Africa, they wanna buy those kind of stuff, like to take it back home and stuff.
Hi guys, we have to really understand before we get into it. So let's do just that. Creations ezenziwa beads can come in many different shapes and sizes, from figurines and objects made with beads and wire to jewelry and pieces that can be used as decoration or with a special significance endlini. South Africa has a rich bead craft industry, futhi it uses this art form to express its diverse cultures indawo futhi nabantu bayo. Many South Africans also use it as an important source of income. Experts ezininzi bathi that bead making started in Mesopotamia and then moved to Egypt. These early beads were made by mixing clay, lime, futhi nesanti, and then firing it into a hard bead over open flames. Emelika, the Cherokee nation, used beads to tell stories, with the narrative locked inside the patterns of the beads. Futhi, some of the earliest beads found up in Mzansi Africa were made from ostrich shell.
Cool. Well, but some beads look like that for and sculptures. Got the bananas they were used for money.
Imagine, guys trading beads for something special. You know, what would you guys use beads for? To make a special jewelry or something, kind of slide and go on social media while we take a very quick break.
TOMz. TOMz.
Welcome back, my face. You guys are still tuning to SABC Mzansi for sure. And Elena Sibizang, teenagers on a mission.
That's about right. But something that can be used to make jewelry, sculptures. Guys, the life of beads has a very long history. 40, it's a beautiful African form of art.
Yes, Bafethu, and about Mzansi are actually making a living by creating this exquisite art. Let's go check it out. It's your boy CIDDY, pronounced Caddy. It's in another mission, running the streets of Johannesburg, Bafethu, touchdown at Hyde Park. Well, today we're talking about a very interesting form of art, Bafethu. Sabeslangana nobhuti oshayi artwork ukusebenzisa ama-beads. Asazi ukuthi ushaya kanjani ukuthi usebenzisa maphi ama-beads. It's you and me in this mission. While we're still here, let's go find out. So, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good. So today you're going to be my mission, Putwami. So tell us exactly what do you do. But before we do that, let's share an introduction. Where are we and what do you do?
Okay, my name is Maxoma Simba. I'm a Zimbabwean nationality.
Yes.
Yes. I'm here at Corner William Nico and Jan Smart. I'm doing beads and wire art.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I'm selling. I've got 7 years doing this.
Yo. Okay, so tell us more about the beads that you make, the art that you make. What is it? How does it look like? What does it contain?
This art is normally I do something like wild animals, flowers, even letters, or anything which you want, or a car, whatever you want, I can make it do for you.
Yeah, and what kind of beads do you use? What kind of material do you use?
This beads is, some of them they are glass beads and some of them we call them African beads. Yes.
Okay, so what inspired you to do this kind of art?
This kind of art is something to do with the male and others, especially animals, so that people, they know there are animals in the areas or anything, or if people are having functions, maybe there's something which they admire to use on their function. So I can do for them, then they use it the way they want to use it.
Okay. And what type of animals is it?
These animals, there are some wild animals like elephant, giraffes, and there are domestic animals like dogs, chicken, and many more.
Yes. And what do you make these animals with? Do you use certain tools or do you use your hands?
Yeah. There is no machine used there. It's only hands.
Yeah.
The main thing there is plier.
Yeah.
That's the main thing to use there because it's turning everything, wire, any shape you want.
Yeah. Oh, it's so colorful here. So this is the type of wire that you use?
Yeah, this one is another type of wire.
Okay, so why you say this specific type of wire? Wire and then you're like there's 2 different types of wire.
Yeah. The one I main frame lava.
Yeah.
This main frame, that's the one which I use a thicker wire so that it can be stronger.
Okay.
When I put beads, it cannot be deformed or taking another different shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go back the shape there.
Yeah. It's a 16 gauge.
Okay.
Le 7 centimeter ukuthi yawona mangifuna ukwenza lawa nyawo la. Yeah. So they need to be turned very nicely.
Yeah.
So that's the only wire which is easier than this 14 gauge. Yes.
Bese le enye?
Le here in 7 side, this one I use it to bind the beads with the frame. Okay. When I'm doing like this, I would do it like this. Then I start doing from the end. From the end of the wire. Okay. Then I do like this. I start to do this.
Oh, so this why you like my beads corner basically.
This one I get my beads. Le yo bind and yo bambisa le na my beads.
Oh.
Yeah, my beads here.
Okay. So it's really this is like 2 different wires.
Yeah, there are different wires. This one is 0.5 and this one is 0.7.
Okay.
So then it runs like this. Then I put a lot of wires. Each wire, this big one, must have this. We call it, in our work language, we call it soft.
Soft?
Yeah, called soft. So I do like this. Then it goes right around. See, yeah. So if I continue doing like this, every wire must have that soft.
Yeah.
So that it can look sharp.
Yeah.
Yes.
Xa usenza a sculpture that involves a real thing in nature, you have to consider izinto ezibalukileyo ezimbini. Scale, futhi proportion. Scale is the size of an object in relation to another one. Umzekelo, the size of a human against a building. A proportion yona is a relationship between the sizes of things inside the same object. Njengendlebe, impumlo, amehlo, in the face. If you get the proportions wrong, your sculpture will look unrealistic. Ngamanye amaxesha ke, artists pull proportions out of the normal range to make a statement.
Okay, so ngitshela again, Maxwell. Did you go to school for this?
These things I didn't go to school, it's just talent.
Talent, ne?
Yes. As we work, there are other guys who are doing also. So as I get to other guys, then I see what are they doing there.
Yeah.
Then me also, I copy from there. Then I said, this thing also me, I can go and do it. Then I will start and practice.
Yo.
Or sometimes the way I get these things, they are customers. Those customers, they bring orders.
Okay.
When they give me an order, then they bring picture.
Okay.
Then from that picture, I will take out how I can work this thing.
Okay.
I look that picture only, then I started to do the frame with wire.
Ha.
Then if I see this frame is not very close to the thing, to the picture, I redo another one. And then I see this is the best.
Yo.
Then I will start.
How long does this take, like, to make one of these?
This time is considered according how big is the thing, or how often I'm used to do that thing.
Yeah.
Maybe if I used to do it more time, the time will be very short.
Okay.
Like something like this thing, it's a dinosaur. So to make frame like this, it needs something like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, to make a frame only, 30 minutes.
So 30 minutes to shade the frame.
The frame.
Biscuit lap of soft yona. That's how long?
Yeah, in the Inzima, something which is very difficult is to put these beads on this one.
Yeah, okay.
So this one maybe, I bought them as, I bought them in 500 grams.
Yeah.
So then if I do my wires, certain wires, then I start to put all those beads from 500 grams.
Oh.
Then it takes something like, again, 30 to 35 minutes.
Yeah.
The most commonly used beads namhlanje zenziwa ngeplastic okanye iglass. Glass beads are made by melting glass of a certain color and then pouring it into molds, which gives it the shape. Beads ezidurayo are cut or carved into specific shapes or have patterns carved into them. Ezinye beads zidityaniswe under high temperatures to give them different colors or shapes. Plastic beads are also made by melting plastic and letting it cool in the molds.
Okay, so let's talk about the beads. Yeah. What type of beads are these, and why Usamin Salama beads lawa specifically?
Right, type of beads, it depends with which type of animal do I want to make.
Okay.
Like in example, when I'm doing an elephant, sometimes elephant I do it in real color. Real color for elephant, it's gray. Yeah. So those gray beads, it's a glass beads.
Okay.
So beads normally I bought according to the color of the animal which I want to. Then some colors sometimes I work according to the customer. Maybe the customer, if he asked me to make something like a rhino, he can say, no, rhino, I want you to make it in South African colors. So South African colors which are good, it's to use African colors. When I'm saying African colors, they are like this one. Like these colors which I use on this.
Oh yeah, okay.
These are the African
the green,
colors.
The yellow, the blue, the red.
Yeah, they are not glass colors. These are African colors.
Wow. Benyazi ukuthi long ago, some beads were actually made from teeth and claws. Wowzers.
Pretty much interesting, ne?
Right.
Yo, guys, but we're still going to carry on with this guy's amazing story. But in the meantime, tell us on social media, what would you create out of wire and beads? See you after the ad break.
TOMz.
Yes. Welcome back. Abaga's SABC One, where life and TV are one. You are tuned into Teenagers on a Mission. For Tienkobo and Namhlanje is all about beads.
Yes, most definitely. But it's when you some beads look like Talaba Oyenzo ngani, no good Boyenzo Leni, no good see Ayenzo Aganshani. While Namhlanje we're exploring a beautiful story of a man who's actually making a living out of Lama beads lawa. Let's go back and check out what's going on. Okay, so Budam, you've created a business, Angish.
Yes.
How is that going?
This business, I enjoy it, but sometimes it gives me stress.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, because like as from March, April, May, June there, it's not simple. Yeah, the business will be low.
Why?
Down.
Why that time?
That time, normally, visitors, there are very few. Especially I rely from the tourists.
Okay.
So during that time, visitors, there are very few. Like those from overseas coming here, and when they go back, like in December, Christmas season. Christmas season, it goes well very much.
And the business-wise, how much challenges you have now?
Yeah, the one when it is rain, the weather condition, also it can affect a lot. If it is wind again, it's not going well. The customers, they say you can't open windows, it's cold. When it is rain, obvious, total, I don't come to work. Because to display on the rain, it's not simple. Or me to be on the open place like this, it's not simple. This thing, it depends. Now, with the type of the wire you get at that time, some of them they rust, some they don't. Okay. They are already coated, I'm sure, so that they cannot change color, even they get rain or whatever. Yeah.
Hey man, what an inspiring day, but fair to have learned so much. In terms if you got a talent, boy, work on it, you might open a business. Is growing and he's making a living out of it and he's changing the world around him. This is what we call mission accomplished. Your boy SABC, pronounced Caddy. It's that part of the show, Buffet, where we test your knowledge in everything as Sinfundi say you are now. We're going to our favorite school to play with our favorite learners in our TOMz quiz.
Yes, Mangane. It's a touchdown and Nazrik namhlanje. Instead of visiting a school, we actually visited the Rand show. And SABC, pronounced Caddy, yawabhaqa itim ezimbini. If you guys want us to visit your school, you can do so by visiting a website yetu. All the details are in there, guys. For some sightseeing as well as educating the nation, Ukadi decided to hand out Ingwadi to young fellows that he saw around all over the expo. Spreading the knowledge, spreading the power. I cared, man.
First question is what can beads be made out of? Is it A, glass, B, plastic, D, shells, or D, all of the above? Okay, Team B was fast enough to press the buzzer first. Guys, need to answer anyone? C. C. Sure. Yeah. Okay, Asa, the spawning buffet is the answer C or not? The correct answer for question 1 buffet is D, all of the above, and into C. So Dololo Nix, 0 points for Team B. Moving on to the second question, buffet. So Team A, are you guys here? Yeah. Sure. Okay, buffet. So the second question is, what is proportion? The relationship between A, two completely different objects, B, elements within the same object, C, the size of 2 meals, or D, the size of 2 cars. Press the buzzer if you know the answer. Team A was fast enough, guys. Need to answer anyone? B. Oh, B? Yes. Okay, Asbana, is the answer B? And the answer is B! High five. High five. 10 points by fair for Team A. So we've come to the second round, guys. So you guys are no longer a team, Let's see these again in the challenge, but so I'm gonna ask you one question, The first person to press the buzzer gets to answer the question, You get the question right, you win this challenge, You get it wrong, sala lomunya, Okay, guys, now question it's how are glass beads made, Is it A, by melting glass and pouring it into a mold? Is it B, blowing glass to form a single bed? Is it C, glass is the right shape by nature? Or D, by throwing glass into a bowl? 3, 2, 1. Slow poke. Okay, so I'm answer one. A. A. The answer is hey! High five, high five. Well done. Siswam, unfortunately, it's Jenny Akipele Lalana, ne? Mara, well done. Thank you so much. Let's move on to our third round, Buffett. Okay, Siswam, well done for making it to the final round, ne? Cool. Le round lena ke sibiza nge TOMz speed round master, ne? So what happens is you abona la my pieces là in front of you, ne? Funa kwasuse wafaka any of these two spindles, ne? Cool. So my rules are hamba kason. You cannot put a bigger one on top of the small one, ne? You have 2 minutes to do this. And your time starts now. Kazong, kazong. Kazong, kazong. You win. Yes. Yes. Zawaza. 30 seconds gone. Gong. Pangis. Almost there. Almost. Yes. Zwaga. 1 minute 12 seconds. How do you feel?
Good.
Yeah,
I think so.
Okay, Bafethu, well done. Well done, Siswam. 1 minute 12 seconds. Otherwise, Bafethu, this is where we wrap it up, Bafethu. TOMz quiz here. Let's go to Guidala. It's a hello, Lapamakai.
Hello.
Hi guys, it's only human nature to wonder about the future of beads, plus no lwazi about all its history, so let's go check it out. More and more kids are learning the craft of wire and bead making in order to provide for their families. A powder washing machine might be replaced with chemical beads to protect the environment from soap. Beads as setshenziswa festivals will be biodegradable and no longer pollute the environment. 3D printing will create more custom beads and open up the field to more people. 40 wire and bead craft will be more widespread as social media gives it exposure.
We've come to the end of this show, Bafethu. Unfortunately, Mara, it's not end of TOMz, Bafethu. The revolution still carries on our social media pages. On Facebook, see TOMz, and on Twitter, see TOMz_SABC_1.
You can also holler at us at our website, www.sabceducation/tomz.co.za, just to get a better idea of what we be doing out here.
Until next time, we love you.
Bye. Alright, here's what you can expect next time on TOMz.
Hang out with some awesome cool learners in Mzansi, spotting how they built their very own racing cars and took them out to compete against the world. So Nagabanzi, what the body of a Formula 1 car is made out of. Let's go back on the tracks of history to see where it all ignited. Speed off into the future to discover how we'll get there faster. And make sure you put on some notes for our TOMz quiz. Let's get this party started.
Hi guys, catch us same place, same time on our favorite channel, SABC 1, where life and TV are one.